Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the mini interview series we are doing from the data platform Women in Tech group with the amazing women speakers at the SQLBits conference. This conference is going to be happening between the dates of March 14th to 18th this year at Wales. If you are looking for a good data conference to attend, this might be a good choice for you. Today, we are talking to Grace OHalloran on her talk at the conference that is taking the public out of public clouds, getting started with private endpoints. She's going to be speaking on Thursday, March the 16th in person, right, Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the timing listed here are on my time because that's how Sessionize shows me. So if you happen to attend virtually or in person, you may want to check out the schedule for yourself on what is the timing for this talk. Our sponsor for today is SQL Taylor Consulting. Joe Fleming donates $20 to Girls Who Code for every guest we talk to on the show. He may be a good resource for your remote DBA needs if you happen to have any. Thank you. All right, let's get started.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're so excited that you're here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a senior data engineering consultant. I currently work at Advancing Analytics, but I've been in the data industry for about 6 years now. 4 or 5 of those years focusing on Microsoft data platform, specifically in the cloud in Azure. And kind of my area of specialism that I've sort of developed over the last 3 years or so is really around network security of data platforms. So that's kind of why I'm talking about that at SQLBits.
Is this your first time at SQLBits?
It's my first time as a speaker. I did attend last year. That was my first time at the conference. I loved it so much. So I'm really excited to be speaking there this time.
What is
It's my first time attending, and I'm so excited to come.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely a really great conference. It's such a big one as well. Like there's so many people there from all over the community. So it's a great like networking opportunity as well.
Yes, absolutely.
What is the talk about exactly? And who is the intended audience for it?
Yeah, so it's essentially an introduction to Azure private endpoints. So essentially, so many clients these days are wanting higher levels of security on their data platforms. Kind of everyone is wanting everything inside a virtual network these days. And I think as data engineers or data platform people, it's so easy to do the networking now, but it's hard to still get it right. So a lot of the time, the data people are expected to do a lot of that network security, where maybe traditionally in the past, you would have more dedicated networking people to do those things, whereas now we're finding that the data people are being asked to do that. So I think the aim of the talk is to kind of give the basics, give like a 101 crash course in private endpoints, how to secure your resources in Azure, how to just secure your data platform with private endpoints and how to configure them, set them up properly, and also go through some of the common mistakes and pitfalls that I often see and how to avoid them. So really the intended audience would be any data person that works on a data platform that kind of touches the infrastructure side, and gets involved with like deploying the actual platform. And so data engineers, platform engineers, solution architects, even infrastructure network engineers, that's kind of the intended audience for the talk.
Cool.
Well, because the networking deployment is you say, yes, I want to deploy that stuff, and you push the button and it's magic. It just happens.
Exactly.
You don't have to be a network engineer.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it's often missold to us as developers, because it's like, oh, it's easy, you just push the button and you have a network. And yeah, that's fine when it works. But then when it all breaks and you don't understand what's actually going on under the hood, that's when you're like, I don't know what to do now. So I think for me, I found it really useful, really understanding what's going on behind the scenes, so that when things break, which they always do because it's networking, right? It always breaks. I can actually.
I always blame the network. Are you kidding?
9 times out of 10 it is, right? And 8 of those 9, it's always DNS. That's my experience. But being able to really understand what's going on just helps me solve those problems so much quicker. And my colleagues as well have found it really helpful. So I'm just hoping to kind of share a bit of that wisdom with everybody else as well.
Absolutely, because there's so much crossover now. It's not just, oh, you build a database or you just
Right.
do DBA work. The cloud makes it, I mean, you have to know so much about a whole bunch of other stuff that isn't data
Definitely.
or data engineering or
Yeah,
databases at
definitely.
all.
I think especially the kind of typical data engineer role as well has kind of transformed into something weird and wonderful. It's kind of a real mix of so many different roles, which,
I
you know,
love
that's what
that.
I love. I like that. Yeah, I like that variety, but it does mean that there's a lot of expectations and you do have to have uh, a much more varied kind of experience and knowledge, which can be difficult.
One of
Weird and
my clients
wonderful. It's a
recently
great
asked
term
me
to describe.
about one of my clients recently asked me about Active Directory and if they had their group set up right. And I'm like, I don't
Right.
know. I'm not an Active Directory expert. You need to go ask some other consultant that question because that's not my thing. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. It's tricky. It's tricky for sure.
So you planning on attending the party Friday night?
Yes, definitely. I'm very excited because I actually play Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm very excited by the theme of SQLBits this year. So I need to
So
think
you're
about my
one person
costume.
who at least knows that.
Yeah, yeah.
Lot of people don't see. So do you have
Yeah, some of the other
do you have
women have
any
been like, no
resources
clue.
for people to learn about Dungeons and Dragons?
Um, to be fair, there's loads of Discord is a good place to look. There's loads of Discord servers where people kind of run Dungeons and Dragons games, and you can kind of just jump in and
Uh-huh.
play one. Because yeah, the way that Dungeons and Dragons works is you have a dungeon master who kind of leads the campaign, and they really kind of have to know what they're doing. So like, I don't know enough to be able to do that. So as long as you can find someone who like knows enough to be able to run a game, then you can kind of just jump in and they'll like lead you. But yeah, I definitely recommend people give it a go because I think people can be a bit scared of trying it sometimes, but it's really fun.
Do you
Do you
have
have
a
a costume
costume?
planned?
No, not yet, but I might dress up as my D&D character maybe, which is like an elf ranger person. So I think that would be fun. But yeah, I need to get on it because it's coming up quickly.
It is like 30 something days.
That's
It's not
crazy.
40 maybe. I know.
Yeah.
Before we know it.
Anything else fun about yourself that you would like our audience to know?
Well, one thing that I do that people are always a bit shocked by is that I do powerlifting.
Nice.
So I've
Nice.
actually, yeah, I have a competition in April that I'm training for at the moment. So most of my time is spent in the gym and doing powerlifting at the moment.
Good for your bones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Had a lot of health benefits just generally. I feel a
Yeah.
lot better in myself since I've started doing it, and it's really good fun as well.
How much can you lift?
So my deadlift is currently at 125 kilos.
Oh, wow. So is
Wow.
that like
Nice. Yeah.
275 pounds?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know the pound
Ooh, cool.
equivalent. And then my squat is 105 kilos and my bench press is 50 kilos. So yeah,
Nice.
getting there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have some little kettlebells that I make sure I try to like when I'm watching TV.
Same here.
Seriously, like for 30 minutes, I'll just do some
That's a lot.
curls and
Same
some,
here.
you know, round the heads.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
just something just so that I'm not sitting there doing nothing watching TV. I've at least, you
Right.
know, lifted a
Yeah,
little
So
bit.
I do a half hour every day.
that's really good.
I
Yeah, I
think I
think
have I'm up to 12 pounds on each hand. I'm kind of proud of myself because I'm a small
nice.
person. So, I went slowly. I went up slowly. And
Yeah.
initially it was very hard. Now I'm up to 12 and I think I may be able to do 14 next month. We'll see. Anyway,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so important when like, well, I'm sat at a desk all day as well. So, you know,
Yes.
it's important to get moving, I think.
I'm bringing my climbing shoes and Marta and I are going to go and try and find some place to go climb in
Oh,
Wales.
really? Oh, that's
Yes.
really cool. Yeah, that would be
Yes.
fun.
Yeah. It's one of those things, if you have your shoes, you can climb anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
That's all you
true.
need. And
Oh,
they pack
nice.
light. So definitely bring in my shoes.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, you interviewed Marta already, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
caught up with her today actually because we're doing something at SQLBits together. So
Oh, fun.
yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers, but
Oh, yeah. No spoilers. But be sure to let me know.
yeah, I will do.
All right. Thank you, Grace, for your time.
It was
We
nice talking with you.
really
I can't
enjoyed
wait to see
chatting with you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
All
We'll
right.
talk soon.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.